Hello everyone, today we will learn here seasons of the earth, understanding why seasons happen, a journey around the sun. So now what are seasons? Changes in weather throughout the whole year caused by earth's movement around the sun. So what are the importance of the seasons? Affect agriculture and crops, influence the festivals and daily lives. What is rotation versus revolution? So earth rotates, that causes day and night, and earth revolves, that causes seasons. So both motions shape the life on earth. You can see in this diagram clearly the rotation happens day and night, and the revolution is changing into the seasons. So earth revolution, that takes 365 days to orbit the sun. So orbit is slightly elliptical, that causes yearly seasonal changes. All right. So what about the tilt of the earth? The earth is tilts at 23.5 degree. That tilt affects sunlight angle, and that is responsible for different seasons. Okay. So now what is a sunlight effect? Direct sunlight is warmer. Indirect sunlight is cooler. So angle changes throughout the year. What is now direct versus indirect sunlight? In summer, sun is high in the sky. In winters, sun is low in the sky. So means equator gets direct sunlight the year around. So now what are solstices? There is a little intro. 2 special days each year. Summer and winter solstice mark extremes of the sunlight. Now what is summer solstice? This is the longest day of the year that occurs around June 21. In the northern hemisphere, the tilt turn towards the sun. Winter solstice, this is the shortest day of the year, occurs around December 2022. Northern hemisphere tilts away from sun. So now what are equinoxes? Day and night are equal, that occurs twice a year, that marks spring and autumn. Summer season, hot temperatures prevail, long daylight hours, and plants grow rapidly. Now in winter season what happens? Cold temperatures prevail, short daylight hours, and animals may hibernate. Now in spring season, moderate temperature, so flowers start blooming, animals become active. In autumn and fall season, leaves change the colors and crops are harvested and temperature starts cooling. Now rainy and monsoon season, that occurs in tropical regions. Heavy rainfall helps agriculture and weather patterns vary globally. Now what is the effect on temperature? Sunlight angles affects heat. So direct is hot, indirect is cold. Explains seasonal variations. Now what are daylight hours? In summer, longer days. In winter, shorter days. In equinoxes, day and night are equal. What are flora and fauna now? Let's talk about flora and fauna. Flora refers to all the plants found in a particular place or region, and fauna refers to all the animals that live in that place. So we can explain flora and fauna describe the living things in an environment, and flora means plants like trees, grass, and flowers, and fauna means animals such as birds, insects, and mammals. Different places in the world have different flora and fauna because of the climate, land, and water. Now next is northern hemisphere seasons. The northern hemisphere is the half of the earth north of the equator. So it has 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, or fall, or winter. So spring, weather becomes warmer, plants grow and flowers bloom. In summer, days are long, weather is hot, and plants grow fully. In autumn or fall, leaves change color and fall, temperatures cool. In winter, weather is cold, days are shorter, and some plants stop growing. So we can say in the northern hemisphere, seasons change because the earth tilts as it moves around the sun. Next is southern hemisphere seasons. The southern hemisphere is the half of the earth south of the equator. So seasons are opposite to the northern hemisphere. Summer from December to February, autumn March to May, winter June to August, spring is September to November. So we can say when it is summer in the northern hemisphere, it is winter in the southern hemisphere. Because the earth tilt changes how sunlight reaches each half. What are equatorial regions? Equatorial regions are near the areas near the equator. Hot temperatures all the year, little changes in seasons, high rainfall, rich plant and animal life. So we can say equatorial regions stay warm all year because they receive direct sunlight. Instead of 4 seasons, they usually have wet and dry seasons. What are polar regions now? Polar regions are areas near the North Pole and the South Pole. Some characteristics: very cool temperatures, ice and snow most of the year, long periods of daylight in summer and darkness in winter, limited plants and animals. So we can say polar regions are cold because the sun's rays hit them at a low angle. Only plants like moss and animals adapted to cold, such as polar bears or penguins, can survive there. Alright? Now let's talk about the effect of latitude. So latitude is the distance of a place from the equator. The effect of latitude explains how the temperature, climate, and seasons change as we move away from the equator towards the poles. So key effects here are: places near the equator receive direct sunlight. They are more hotter, fewer seasonal changes, and places at higher latitudes receive slanted sunlight, cooler temperatures, stronger seasonal differences. So latitude affects day length, temperature, and types of flora and fauna. So now, why some places lack 4 seasons? Not all places experiences 4 seasons because of their latitude. So equatorial regions receive nearly the same amount of sunlight all year, and temperature stays warm, have wet and dry seasons instead of spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Polar regions receive very little direct sunlight, extremely cold most of the year, and experience long light and dark periods, not 4 clear seasons. So 4 distinct seasons mainly occur in the mid-latitudes temperature zones. So now northern versus southern hemisphere. So the earth is tilted on its axis, and when one hemisphere tilts towards the sun, it has summer. At the same time, the other hemisphere tilts away from the sun, causing the winter. So seasons are opposite in the two hemispheres. Day length and temperature differ at the same time of the year. Alright. So now the longest day and longest night. The longest day happens during the summer solstice, and the longest night happens during the winter solstice. So northern hemisphere longest day is around 21 June and longest night around 21 December. And in southern hemisphere, longest day around 21 December and longest night around 21 June. And in polar regions, there can be 24 hours of daylight, midnight sun, or 24 hours of darkness, polar night. Alright? Now see sun's path across the sky. The sun does not move the same way every day. So in summer, the sun is high in the sky and days are long. In winter, the sun is low in the sky and days are short. So near the equator, the sun's path changes very little. So near the poles, the sun may stay up all the day or not rise at all. Cultural impact of seasons. Seasons affect how people live. People wear light clothes in summer and warm clothes in winter. Farmers grow crops in certain seasons. People celebrate festivals in different seasons. Travel and work change with the weather. Now animals and seasons. Animals change their behavior with the seasons. Some animals move to warmer places. Some animals sleep during winter. Some animals grow thick fur in cold weather. Many animals have babies in spring. Now plants and seasons. Plants also change with the seasons. In the spring, plants start growing. In summer, plants grow strong and make fruits. In autumn, leaves fall. In winter, plants rest. So in hot places, plants change more with rain than the temperature. So here is a small recap. The sun's path changes during the year. Seasons affect people, animals, and plants. Animals and plants change to survive each season. Alright? So here is activity or quiz. Match the seasons to hemisphere. Identify solstice or equinox. Test your knowledge. Next is a practice set given here with all the questions and answers. You all can practice it. Go through it and see you in the next session.